Welcome to Love, Life, and Marriage with The Woods. I am Saiko.
And I'm Sharon.
And welcome to our channel. Please do the following. Please like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell at the bottom of this video. That way, whenever we go live or post any content, you'll be one of the first to view them. Also, if you'd like to support this ministry financially, first and foremost, thank you. Those of you who have supported this channel, this ministry, and also the BCV channel, we do appreciate that. But if you'd like to become a body lifer, body lifers are those who support ministries outside of their local church. And so if this ministry or others are a blessing to you, then we will ask that you will support it. You can do so by just clicking the donation links below at the bottom of the video. There is no obligation. There is no amount too great, too small. We do appreciate and we thank all of you doing so. BCV merchandise. Let me know about the BCV merchandise, dear. Our new merchandise. Go ahead.
Well, we do have a few new items in the store. Thanks to our sister Shireen, we have some new shirts there with new, I guess, sayings you could say.
Yeah, sayings that I make, things like that.
So go over there and check them out.
Yeah.
It's on our, I think the link should be going.
It's at the bottom. It'll be at the bottom of the video.
It'll be at the bottom of the video.
Yeah, so we do appreciate that, and thank you all so much.
We're still working on some other things.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
But
so it's
coming.
Patient. Yeah, just be patient. God ain't done with us yet, neither should y'all be. All right. So anyway, we are back. Thank you, those of you who have been, commenting on our videos on the marriage channel.
Yes.
Keep them coming. I've been telling my wife she needs to respond to y'all's comments. I can't do them all. I got other things I'm trying to do.
But when I go on there, I don't see anything.
Because I've already commented on them. I've already done your job. So people.
No, but when I go, I didn't see any comments.
People want to hear from you. They always hear from me. They're tired of hearing from me. I told you that. So you need to stick your head in over there on that Love, Life, and Marriage streets and comment and let people know. Say, hey y'all, how y'all doing? Whatever, and go from there. But anyway, so here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We are doing another reaction video to my wife loves this couple. Okay, I mean, and we're gonna do some other reaction videos as well. As a matter of fact, here's an idea.
Yes.
If you would like for us to do a reaction video to any videos that you have seen, put it in the comments. Okay, put it in the comment section below, and then we'll check it out and we'll respond to it. That'd be we'll give y'all our take on it. That'd be a good way for us to keep the content and ideas of things like that going. So please, if there's videos that y'all like for us to react to, we'll definitely do our best to share our thoughts as well too. So this was another video that my wife saw. I haven't seen it. I don't think she's seen all of it. Have you seen all of this? Well, she had to. Yeah, because this one we're doing. We wanted to give y'all some highlights, but I haven't seen it. So it's going to be
because we can't go through the whole.
Yeah, video it's almost 50 minutes.
Yeah,
it's almost 50 minutes, and so we want to just highlight. I told my wife to pull out the markers that she saw. That's funny. That's interesting. That's engaging. And so yeah. So here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and share our screen. Tab and Chance. This title of their video is called "Keeping It Spicy." Keeping it spicy, and they're going to definitely do that. And so this particular video or this particular segment, they're talking about what I guess, and they're answering questions. They're answering questions for couples or people that are asking them about their marriage and things like that. And so this particular question, I guess, is how do you keep your marriage spicy? And so here we go. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go, y'all. Here we go.
I say, first and foremost, everything that Chance just said, we do know each other well, so we can communicate. But that does not mean there have been times when it was not spicy. Right? There are peaks and valleys. There are times when it's real spicy. You gotta get the ice. This thing got hot. And then there's sometimes where
like, man, get back up.
You might have to get the lotion. Consistent.
Also, man, this woman right here.
Yo. Wait. Okay. All right, Sharon. Lotion. Are you a lotion person, Sharon?
No,
You're not.
I don't use lotion anyway. But.
Now, y'all listen. Oh, if y'all have little kids in the room, y'all may want
adult married folk conversation.
Y'all,
okay.
And some of y'all adults probably like, oh Jesus, Yeah, y'all may want to just go ahead and
I didn't say it. Tab said it.
well, you just said you're not a lotion person. So what does that mean? Matter of fact, there we go. There she is, y'all. You said you're not a lotion person.
Yes, I did.
Okay. Did you want to elaborate? You want to continue on? Ooh.
I'm just trying to fill in the blanks here. On a
I'm about to be real quiet, y'all.
PG-13 level.
I'm gonna let her talk. Go right ahead, dear. I'm just gonna look straight in the camera. I'm gonna look straight in the camera. That's what I'm gonna do.
No, look. Okay, see, the segue is she said that there are hills and valleys. There are peaks and valleys. So there's times when things are, like she said, really spicy, really hot. And there are times when things aren't so spicy and aren't so hot. So if you go back to, and I think they talked about it in there somewhere in that video, like when they first got married, you know, they didn't have kids, but we didn't either. We didn't have kids either. So what else was there to do?
You could read your Bible. You can meditate.
Right.
You can meditate on the things that God has done for you in your life.
Yeah, we
all
didn't
of
do
that. You can do all of that.
We did not do that.
Okay, so you want to continue on? I mean, because the more you talk, now you may tell on yourself.
Well,
I'm just saying. I can go back to have a chance if you want
I'll
people to know.
I'll just say this.
Yeah, go ahead and say
it.
This. Yeah, let the Redeemer of the Lord say something.
When things are not so spicy. You have to come up with alternative ways to satisfy your spouse. I'll leave it at that.
All right, I'm gonna go back to them. Let them finish because you the more you're gonna talk,
you didn't say anything.
There's nothing for me to say. I have nothing to say. I'm fine where I am.
All right, keep it going.
All right, you ready? Are you done with that part? Oh, let's see what else they're gonna say. Hold on. Let's see.
JR just man down. JR just fell
JR, we ain't but 3 minutes in. We 3 minutes in.
What I'm saying is, this is the truth. But because, like you said, we are so open with each other, we can be honest. This ain't it right now.
This
right?
ain't it.
But we are also best friends. Like, we genuinely like each other.
Yeah.
You know? So,
which makes it, that's what I mean. It makes it, it's a good point. There are, you know, you talking about 20.
Okay, yeah.
So, have we ever said that?
What, we like each other?
No.
Oh. Like what? Oh, this. Oh, heck yeah.
Like, this ain't it.
Oh, yeah, heck yeah. No, this matter of fact, let me just go ahead and be real with y'all. Have y'all? This is for married people too. So if you
said that, but hopefully,
well, because somebody may tell themselves like, wait a minute, you ain't married. How would you know? So
right.
don't confess yourself out now. Have you ever had one of those nights? It was a bad sex night. Like, Nope, you weren't in it.
It's either one or both of you.
You weren't. You listen. You. It was like Atlantic Star. If your heart isn't in it, why would you tell me so? Yeah, you wasn't in it. You wasn't in it. You wasn't doing it right. You weren't doing it right. You weren't bent right. You weren't. Your leg wasn't upright.
Oh my gosh!
You just wasn't. You weren't nimble as you normally would be.
That's what old people say.
Yeah, you weren't nimble. You weren't. Nope, you wasn't hitting it right.
Oh
Sorry.
my gosh!
I don't know if you've had one of those moments. Put it in the comments below. Let us know
if you're brave enough to do so.
Listen, all the bold folk. Okay, all the bold, brave, married folk. You had one of those. This wasn't it. This wasn't it tonight. Matter of fact, I call it the lazy sex night. We call it lazy sex. You just look. I don't know why we even did. I don't know why we even started. I mean, you have sleep. She has sleep. My wife has actually gone to sleep on me. Yes, she has. My wife has gone to sleep on me. I mean, lazy sex night, y'all. Like,
really?
Look, if we supposed to do our job, we supposed to do our job. The Bible says, whatever you find let's go on back to the thing.
Please just continue.
Whatever you find your hand to do, do it with all your might. That's what the Bible says. Whatever you find your hand to do.
7:29, please.
That's what he said. I'm giving y'all a Bible. That's what I'm trying to get y'all. Anyway, 7 what?
20.
Well, we almost there.
Oh.
Let me see. Okay, hold on. Here we go. All right. 7. I get right here. Let's go.
The mood and that type of thing. But when you have been together for a long time, sometimes that laying on the couch together, that little subtle, rub. We just established this the other day. What's going on with Jay over there? Why is he crying?
This producer be, I know he be like.
Go ahead.
We established this like 2 weeks ago that during the daytime, if I get a chance for like a little, he was like, hey, you gotta be intentional. What is your intention with this little rub, babe? Because that means you might want to do something a little later. And I was like, no, that's just me wanting to be like.
In my head, that means you want to do something.
He said, no, it's a different type of way that you do the rub. I was like,
no, you can't. That's a seductive rub.
It ain't that's just me. Like, you put lotion on today.
That's seductive right there. That's seductive. This is, and this right here is up for debate. This, with the rub she did, do it again. Seductive. You want to do something right around 2 something. This rub right here, hey, babe.
That little pat.
Yeah.
That's hey, baby. Hope you're having a good day. Now do yours. Want to do something right around 2 something.
Yeah. See. Hold on. Now Sharon doesn't have a rub. She has a pass by. She do a drive by or pass by on you.
Oh, what?
Yes. When you walk by, and you put all that on me. Like we could be in a wide room, and I'm like, okay. I mean, I'm like, really? And she walk in front of me and walk by or graze me or whatever, and I'm like, and then she do that. She'll do that look. That's what she does.
I don't recall.
You will recall a lot. Yes, you do. You do that, and so or she'll come up from behind me, and I'm like, I'm trying to work. I was just trying to hold you, dear. No, you don't need to hold me right now. Get thee behind me. Matter of fact, get from behind me. No, get from behind me. How about that? So she does it. It don't be the rub. It don't be the rub. It'll be the brush. She'll brush by me or whatever. And then what is another thing you do? Let me see. What is another thing you do? Mainly.
Why is this all about me?
Because I'm just telling people what some of the things. Because he's talking about what she does. Mm-hmm. He's talking about what she does. I mean, you want to tell people what I do or something? Go right ahead. I'll grab her. All of it. I mean.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
Listen, there's a video that I shared on my Facebook page. The guy, I mean, how many husbands walk by their wife and they don't grab them on the butt or pop them on the butt? I mean, come on now. If it's there, that's like going to the store and you see fruit, right? You see fruit, you grab. You want to see how it feel. So I do that. I mean, remind me to grab it later today because I almost forgot. I got to get my routine in. Can't forget now. Got to make sure I keep that thing going.
Oh
yeah, like okay. I was getting ready to do this video today, right? Mm-hmm. And she was getting ready. She was getting dressed. And so she was in the mirror in the bathroom. She don't know. I look at her. Sometimes I take pictures of her and she don't even know. I just take pictures of her. I mean, just doing normal stuff. But all that back there, I see it. Matter of fact, I was standing in the bedroom and I was it was outside of the corner. All of that was like outside of the corner. You know where the TV is at. So I'm standing in front of the TV on my side of the front of the foot of the bed, and all I saw was jeans. All I saw was a heel of jeans. A heel of jeans. That's what I saw. And I just looked at it. I was just like, that is what. That's what the Lord gave me. I mean, all of that was He said yes. I would say take and eat, but I'm not gonna do that. That'd be too much to say right now. But and the Bible says, out of all the trees in the garden, you may freely eat. You read. We're gonna do. Matter of fact, we're gonna do a video on Song of Solomon. We'll do that too. You want to do that? We'll do a video on Song of Solomon. Let's interpret that. Matter of fact, did we do that one time?
No.
We never did that. We never even read it. I know I know I read it, but I'm saying we never actually done a video on
done a
we're gonna do that. We're gonna do a read off on Song of Solomon. I'm gonna do the man. She can do the wife, and then see how we read that we're gonna read it from the.
Please don't say the King James version.
Oh no, I ain't doing no. That won't interest anybody. Nope. Peradventure, hitherto. No. But anyway, we gotta get through this video.
Yes.
So, are we done with this? Are we done with this part? Or we just?
I don't know because I don't remember.
All right. See, getting thrown off. Let's find out. He's talking about the rub. See.
The little things, right? Sometimes it's just the little things that your partner, right? I know that he easily influenced. But you do those things that and then of course, as when you feel like, oh, try something new, let's do a little something different, you do that too to spice it up. But some things ain't broke, right? Some things, the spice is just right. You already got the perfect recipe, right? So make sure you let the spirit guide you on your measurements.
And before we move on, don't overthink it. T-shirt, do the job.
T-shirt and my face. Oh.
Dark meat.
Babe, you said don't be nasty.
That ain't. I'm looking out for the fellas. We just trying to make it easy. This was a woman who asked the question, right?
Dark meat.
You can listen. There's a whole lot to be said about the dark meat. That's all I'm saying. All right, let's move on, man. Let's move on to
all right now. Next. How wrong with you guys?
That's what he meant by that. Is that what he's talking about?
I'm assuming he means the thighs there.
That's
dark meat.
Okay.
Breasts are not dark meat. It's white meat.
So, okay, so what would you be? I mean, you're light skinned though, so I mean,
right.
I mean, anything you have, I don't have a problem, partaking in it though. Okay, so, dear. What's the next mark then? What's the next mark? I'm sorry, y'all.
12:40.
I'm getting kind of hungry now.
Oh my gosh.
12:40. Let's see. Come on now, you playing? Let's go. We ain't gonna never get done.
Question was your first or your favorite date?
First or favorite?
I don't remember our first date. I mean, I don't know which one we would classify as our first date. What would you classify as our first date?
Our first date. This is gonna seem odd, but this is mine. This is how I view it. So, when me and Tab reconnected, when I was in college, Tab drove me back to college one day, right? She was driving me back to college. I looked at that because this is where we were still trying to figure out what we was gonna do, if we was gonna get back together, what our future looked like together. I always looked at that as somewhat of a date because the way it was set up was he chose to step in and take me back to school where I had already had a ride back to college, and it was about a 2-hour drive. And it was a moment where we were alone, and to me, it was a date because it was a 2-hour drive, we're alone, and it was intimate, and it was like still new. And it's one of the moments that I cherish the most. And I think too, now that I'm saying it out loud, it's probably why I'm so particular about our car rides, because that's one of my favorite memories. Us driving on the back roads, out through Burlington to get to the 40 and go on that, and then me, us we are recapping what our life has been like without one another. And it's just like a date, you know what I mean? With the exception of food and what other people would probably view as entertainment, is one of my favorite moments that I view. I kind of look at it as a date. Even over COVID, I always look forward to those rides. And I can become very sensitive when we're in the car together and she's not engaging with me. You know what I mean? Like if she's not, if we're in the car and Tab is on my passenger side and she's taking it most recent days, if she's taking a lot of calls and we're not engaging, I can kind of get in my feelings if I don't know that that's what she's gonna do. If I'm driving her and I'm like, she's telling me I need to take these calls, baby, can you drive me? I can do it, but now that I'm saying it out loud, I think that's probably where that stems from, is where it's like, that's a sensitive for me because even with the kids, if me and her talking And throughout the years, and somebody like, if we having one of our moments and somebody interfere, I'm like, man, shut up. Like, because
this our space.
Because it to me was a date, and it's significant into our existence, and it just
We
a
did
special.
a lot in the car.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, in our first couple of years.
Yeah, because we ain't had no money.
We ain't had no money.
We ain't have our own space.
We used to rent a room for our first time that we lived together.
Yeah.
So we spent a lot of time in the car. Like,
What we doing? What we
supposed to
doing?
be talking about
Okay,
the first date.
okay, so first
you
date.
didn't know where to
Well,
break it off at.
Okay, so first date. Okay.
Yeah.
What about this? Because you marked it.
It was a moment.
Okay,
So,
what was so special about the moment?
When was our first date?
You tell me when was our first date.
I just asked you. You don't remember?
Our first date was when I took you out to dinner. Or technically, our first date was at my apartment when I made you roast.
Oh.
See, she didn't remember that because she was only there for an hour and a half. Timed.
Yeah.
This.
But see, was that?
Was it not a first date?
I don't know. Was it?
Wow. If you gotta ask, if you have to ask that question, then
would you include that or
include
that in
I
the
spent
first
money.
date?
I had to make the dinner. Would I include it? Yeah. Why would I not include that? That's the first time I made dinner. That's the first time I cooked for you.
Were we officially dating at that time? Is what I'm saying.
Okay, well, so then let's go back then. This may be another video there.
Because
I need to find out what you would call that then.
Because we went to Transco Towers.
That wasn't the first date.
That wasn't the first date. Okay.
Your marker that you put up here was first date, ma'am.
Okay.
When was your first date, Miss Woods? Do you know? Do you remember? Ladies and gentlemen, I submit to you, this woman does not know her first date. I just told you, in my mind, the first date was when I cooked for her when she came to my apartment the first day.
Okay.
Or are you saying what was that? What would you consider?
But even before that,
there was no before that.
But yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Before that, did you not already purchase the tickets to take me to that play?
Ma'am.
That was after?
Ma'am. You talking about Cats?
Yes. Was that after?
Very much after.
You sure?
I'm very much sure. First of all, I know it was never my idea to purchase those tickets to go see Cats. I never saw a play. All the stuff I've seen in my life is because of you. Every restaurant, every doggone play, every doggone outing. I mean, everything. I mean, it's like, okay, I'm like, let's go over here. Oh yeah, I've been already. I've been there. Like, okay, let's go here. Oh yeah, I've been there too. Well, where have you not been? I know for sure that I did not.
So it was after.
It very much after. Do we have to talk about what happened in the elevator? The infamous elevator, as you would call it. It was not infamous for me, but the elevator.
No, we don't.
Okay,
bring that up.
That's what. So that was Cats.
Yes, it was.
Thank you.
I remember that.
Okay, so
yes,
it was me making dinner for you for the first time. I had never made dinner for you before until that time, and you was there for an hour and a half, 90 minutes.
That's true.
It was a 90. You didn't have to go. You didn't have to go. You just left.
I did. I had stuff to do, man.
Anyway, okay. You know what? I'm feeling myself getting re-mad again. So, but that was our first. I believe I was our first date. Mm-hmm. I don't count. Matter of fact, going to Landis was not the first date. That was me just taking you to get something to eat, going to dinner. You didn't even like me. You considered me a brother.
But I didn't tell you that until, I told you that when we went to that Chinese restaurant and we came back to my house.
What Chinese restaurant? I don't remember.
The one off of I-10.
I don't remember.
Remember, we went and got that food and came back to my house.
No.
And I said that to you then in the living room.
Mm-mm.
You don't remember that?
No. I ate at your house? Your parents' house?
Yes.
Nope. Don't remember that.
My dad was outside.
And we went and got Chinese food and came back to your parents' house and ate? Nope.
That was the day that I told you that I see you as a brother.
Oh, see, I don't remember
and
where.
You were so mad.
Yeah, well, so I don't even remember where she said it at. All I know is I remember you said it, but I don't remember it being. Yeah, so anyway, I should have just.
But see, biblically, that's how I was supposed to see you anyway, as my brother.
Okay.
Well.
Yeah. Can we continue on then?
Okay.
We gonna never get through this video because you keep talking about, you don't remember your first date and Get me mad again. 19-minute mark. Let's see. 19-minute mark. Oh, Lord. Here we go. 19-minute mark.
Oh, man.
Yes. 19. Let's go. Let's start.
That's okay, 2, right? See. We did 2.
Okay, yeah, those were 2. And so, I know you don't want to do this one.
Well, we can. Okay. We can. It's just, we don't have, they don't, what we don't want people to think is that we're going to always agree.
Well, yeah, no, we don't. So. What is it? 82 Thig? 82 Thig. Thig. She says, hello. Should counseling/therapy be included in the relationship as partners and on an individual basis?
Okay, that's it.
Okay, so should counseling be? Yeah, I mean, depending on what kind of counseling you're talking about, and depending on what type of therapy, right? So yeah, I would have no problem with that. I mean, because
So would that be premarital counseling, or would it just be, or would it even be marital counseling even after you're married?
Yeah, if you need it, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, that for me, I think that goes without saying, because a lot of people don't know the questions to ask or what to look for, or they think they know,
right?
And then you're not even challenged or questioned about. Well, have you considered this, or have you considered that, or what how does this person respond when I don't know.
Have you ever seen them angry?
Right. Giving them enough time to get to know the individual and see how they respond to situations and stuff.
Uh-oh. What you remember?
Do you remember the time that I was really, so upset, like ready to hurt somebody upset?
Was it at my house? Was it that time?
That time?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember because,
Okay, hold on. So how many times have you seen me like very, very
before we got married?
No, I'm talking about, yeah, before, yes. Before definitely.
Before we got married?
Yes. Like fuming.
At least 2 that I can recall.
Okay. So,
which one are you thinking about?
I'm thinking about the time when, dang it. Yeah. With my second ex-wife.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes. I recall.
Yeah, cussing mad.
Yes.
I'm like
I recall.
Fuming, like pissed off. I was in my car cussing, fussing mad.
Yes, because I was at the beauty salon getting my hair done.
So you remember that?
Yes.
Do you remember what
you called me?
I called you and I'm remembering it. I was on 610. Oh, yeah. I was on. It was at 610 or 45. I was on 45 heading to 610, something like that. But I ended up calling you. Yeah, I was. Oof. Like
you were seething.
Yeah, I was pissed. I was pissed. But yeah, anyway. Okay.
But anyway, back to therapy thing.
Yes.
I think that therapy is important, and you can call it therapy, you can call it counseling, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But I think those things are important because, like Saiko was saying, that there are so many things that come out during counseling that you just don't think to ask off the top of your head.
Yep.
Things that don't come up while y'all are in the newness phase.
Right.
When y'all are all giddy and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
There are things that you don't think to ask or think that would come up.
Right.
Just in a normal dating scene or conversation.
Yeah, because again, like you said, the person on the outside, they can see things more than the individual. Sometimes that's in. So it's important. Proverbs says that a heart of a man is like a deep well, but a man of understanding draws it out. Right. Yeah. So asking those questions. Well, why do you do this? Or why do you when do you find yourself doing this? Or what asking about triggers and stuff like that. So yeah, those things are important. Yeah, those things are important. So what's the next marker?
2353.
2353. It would be still therapy almost, right?
No.
Well, no. Okay, I'm sorry. Which one is this about?
Blended families.
Blended family. Let's see. Blended family. Let's go.
It was 2 of those. One said blended families, navigating as a bonus parent. I guess this was just really for me as a bonus parent, I guess. But I mean, we have blended families.
Yeah. Well, blended families can be.
Right,
I
inside,
guess
'cause
what
I'll
they
be doing that,
talking
man.
about is
What time he doing it too? Doing this recording?
stepmom,
Yeah.
stepdad, not as marriage, and now your family being
So they both got
connected.
kids from both.
Right, yeah, blended families is when
just
like you
him.
already.
Okay.
So a lot, and let's do this real quick because some people haven't been with us on our journey for the whole time. So sometimes y'all see pictures of us, the whole family, and they'll be like, wait a minute, who? I thought they only had 2 kids. Or,
Right.
oh,
I just
Chance
find it-
must have been cheating because he got another daughter because they be thinking Leah is younger than Choice.
Yeah.
So Talia is the oldest, right? She's about to be 28. Jesus. Ooh, somebody getting old. And Choice is about to be 22. So, but Leah is Chance's daughter he had in high school, right? And so if you know, we've told this story many times, like I became her bonus mom, right? I don't really like stepmom, but
Right.
so I was.
Stop right there. We did a video about that.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
We
about
did
the whole
talk
stuff.
about that.
I don't like that
We've
word. Either.
never
I don't like
used
that
that
word.
term in our household.
Don't like
ever.
that word. Don't like the word. Hate the word. Matter of
Yeah.
fact, don't care for the word. I just
Yeah.
don't. So I just thought about that. Just had that going in my head. But anyway, okay.
A bonus mom before I was a mom. And so I've been in her life since she was 2 years old. And so, dang, it has been a long time. So, but anywho, I've always looked at her as my bonus baby, right? Like I always respected, her mama and never tried to be her mom. It was always kind of fun for me because I was like, oh, I get to actually be the friend, right? With like mom responsibility when she with us, but there's a different comfort level that I get to establish, right? Because I'm not mama. Sometimes you have that person that you feel like, oh, I can tell them a little bit more. I can, probably get over a little bit more, different things like that. But to me, it was always more fun in that position with Leah. Now, was the journey always fun? It was very difficult because we were very young in this. So it was
we were young, and let's face it, and this is for any teenage parents, for a lot.
That's 29 to 32.
The average teenage relationship or teenage parents,
Minutes. We gonna do the whole thing?
it's difficult. It's gonna be.
Is there something we need
Well,
to?
I don't know because I don't remember
Oh,
what
you
they
don't remember?
said in
Okay.
this segment.
I'm
But
just
they're
trying to see
still
what we-
talking about blended families
Blended
in this
families.
particular segment.
Okay.
So,
All right. Let's see.
Difficult. What you understand? So, and because you're growing up with your child, you're immature. It's gonna come with a lot of hardships, and then miss or unfortunate circumstances. Yeah. So it was difficult. From that aspect, Leah did not get to have a lot of the things that her younger, sister or brother did as a result.
See, that's we talk about
Yeah.
that. Now let's address that a little bit because we have 4 girls. My wife and I, we have 4 girls from our union, right?
Yeah.
I have 2 boys from 2 previous unions. In case some people may be watching this video and say, "Aha, see." We've already discussed this. Go to Sins of the
100
Father.
times.
Sins of the Father. We had an interview. We were on the hot seat. At the time, we had someone hosting it. I'm not going to mention the name. Y'all know who that is. That's in the past now. We're moving forward. However, Sins of the Father, we discussed that, right? And this is my first wife as a believer. I'm talking about truly saved, like saved. Like, now I know I wasn't back here. Thought I was, but no. But anyway, so we had 4 girls, and even with the 4, Myra, we was learning things with her that we didn't learn with Nala, Madeline, and Caitlin. But with our 2 boys, my 2 oldest sons, they didn't get what the girls got for 2 reasons. Number 1, distance, and also, as we matured and grew, and for me being the father, there were things that I learned that I knew I couldn't do as a father with girls, and I'm still learning that even today.
Yeah.
I have 4 girls, and all 4 of them have different personalities, and I just had to be reminded a week or so ago. Matter of fact, last week. True story. My oldest daughter, she'd be 21 in August, which is this month, the 28th actually.
Yeah.
And she'll be 21 officially. She'll be an adult, considered to be adult at 20. Nonetheless, they say 18, but in my mind, that's my daughter. That's my little girl. Whatever. And so there was a situation last Sunday, and how I responded to her. My wife, had to come to me and said, after thinking about it, after pondering on it, because my daughter said, Daddy, you was talking to me like I'm, Madeline and Caitlin. And I was like, well, because you said this, I said this. And I had to immediately go back in my mind, regardless of what she said, I had to, it's like, okay, yeah, but it's what you say, And something Dr. Brown said yesterday, even though he put it in the context of adultery and cheating, he said, even if the wife, if she was 90%, at fault for the marriage, and you were 10% responsible, or 10% at fault for it, you're still 100% responsible for how you respond, for what you do. So I had to remember that, and I'm like, man, that's a very sobering point. My daughters are growing up before my very eyes, and I can't do certain things that I would do when they were younger, right? So how I relate to my older 2 daughters, I can't relate to them with the younger ones, and vice versa. So it's a learning. And for me, I'm just like, bro, and I told my, I was like, man, so I mean, shoot, I don't need. I just won't say nothing. She said, you can't do that. You can't do that. So I was kind of my feeling, like, man, forget it. I just, you know what? I just say good morning, say hello, goodbye, have a good day, pray for y'all. That's it. I knew I couldn't do that, but I have to learn how to deal with these people, man. I mean, it's because they're moody, man. They just like, man, everybody got cycles. Everybody. Well, maybe the last one not yet, but then it's just.
It's a growing phase.
Yeah.
So we're in seasons.
Yeah.
In several different places.
Right. Y'all see all this gray hair?
We're in different seasons, but in different areas.
Yeah.
So raising adult girls, but like they were saying that their younger 2 children that he had with Tabitha,
right,
had different experience than Talia, his first daughter that he had as a teenager.
Right.
Because she lived with her mom.
Right.
She did not live with them permanently.
Yeah.
So when you're raised in a different household, then you get different upbringing.
Yep. Worldviews, everything.
Yeah, everything
beliefs,
is different.
All of that.
Everything is different.
It's
so when you come to that other parent's home, and their rules are different, their worldviews are different, all of that, you have to learn how to mesh all of that together, but yet give grace to the child, because the child has been exposed to both.
Yeah. I mean, and of course, regardless of how it happened, it happens, right? So we can't change that.
Right.
All we can do is make the best of those things and learn, and then help our children not to make the mistakes and the sins that we have committed. And at the end of the day, give them the truth, give them the information, give them the resource. Sometimes they'll listen, sometimes they don't. But I would rather give it to you than not give it to you, and you fail. And I could have given it to you.
Yeah.
And now that's going to be something that I have to live with the rest of my life, or regret that I should have told you this, but because I'm more concerned about how you feel versus about, hey, look, I'm your father first before I'm anything else. You know what I'm saying? I'm your mama first before I'm anything else. We can always become friends later on, but right now, I want to make sure that we give you the tools and whatever, and then let you make those decisions. But again, we have 2 younger daughters, 2 older daughters, and all 4 are different, and both groups have different phases that they're going through that I have to learn how to relate. So anyway, that was my spiel on that. But anyway, so where are we now? Are we done with them on this part here?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, what's the next thing? What's the next part?
32:26.
32:26 will be
Defining
lessons,
moments.
defining moments. 32:26, you said. All right, let's start right here.
2458. What was the defining moment in your relationship or marriage where you both knew you would ride or die for each other?
Oh wow,
Man, it's so
Ooh.
many. There is so many.
That hit different for me too.
I
Golly.
think,
Hold up. Yeah, I felt that thing. Hold
felt
on.
it,
Oh,
dear?
I felt that one. I felt.
All in your shundo.
Oh yeah, I felt that one. When did man?
When did you know I was ride or die for you?
Wow. Well, let me. Okay, let me see. When did I know that you were my ride or die?
Yeah, because I can tell you when mine was.
Okay, so for me, I think for me, well, taking on Jamari, Kier and Jamari, taking on Kier and Jamari, going through all the hell with child support, because you did not have to go through that. You were a single woman. I mean, we got our oldest daughter, Myra. She's telling us right now.
She would
Mama,
do it.
Mom, you better than me because I would have been with Daddy. Now that's you see what I'm saying? She just all right here. She just cuts me. She said, "Oh no,
yeah."
She's oh no, nope. She said,
that's her standard.
Yeah,
you know?
but see again, I'm
I
just telling
thought
you,
it was mine, but
yeah. So it would be all the financial economic hell that you didn't have to go through. I mean, you did not have to go through that. You could have said, you know what, no, I'm gonna take my kids. I'm just gonna I'll figure it out. But I can't go through this. I don't deserve this. I thought I could, but I don't think this is gonna work.
But by that time, I had already made my vow. So
okay,
I said, rich or
there are a lot of people who make vows, and praise God for that. But let's just keep it a stack.
Yeah,
there are a lot of people who make vows, and then when the block get hot, they bail out.
True, that is true.
So, and even though they may have meant well, but it didn't end well, and people they cut their ties
because you feel differently when you're in it.
Yeah,
some people, I'll just say that.
Yeah,
they feel differently when they're actually in it.
Yeah. I mean, I think though, like Chan said, he said, man, there's several, there's many in my mind. Is that it's us going through the transition that we're going through right now. All of that stuff. I mean, it's just these things will test your character. They'll test your faithfulness. I mean, it's a lot. I have been in very, very, I'm talking about dark places in my life, and I had to question my sanity and at times my salvation. Like, Lord, I don't know. I don't know. Like Lord, you know. Yeah. And then there've been times where I had to be honest and say, look, here's where I am, and just be able to say, hey, if she's gonna be in this with me, I would love for her to be in it with me. You know what I'm saying? Can't see myself being without her. But if she left through all of that, yeah, it would have hurt. Yes, it would have devastated me, I think. But like, man, she took my kids when she didn't have to. She righted it. she rode or died with me through this. So that would be my be my points.
Okay. Well, I can tell you mine was before we even got married.
Okay, I don't know about that.
And we were engaged, I believe. Okay. But when we went to, and everybody knows who's watched any of our videos, or if you haven't, you can go back and watch them. My abuse story.
Yeah.
I was in a very abusive relationship for about 13 years. Don't ask me why I was in it that long.
You were young. You were dumb, inexperienced.
Thought you knew. But I wasn't married.
Yeah,
I wasn't married. Yeah. So that makes it even worse because I wasn't even married to.
Y'all need to go watch that. Seriously, y'all need to go to the Love Life Marriage channel and go and watch my wife's abuse series. Seriously, I mean all 8, 9.
I don't know. I don't remember.
It was just go watch them all. I mean, trust me, it's like a saga story.
Yeah.
Seriously, we set it up that way, so you can't watch one and think, okay, well that was messed up. Yeah, you're gonna find out how messed up it is throughout the end. So anyway, but go ahead, finish.
When we went to that area where he used to live, and I freaked
I remember that.
out.
You had a panic attack.
Yes, I completely.
Before we even knew what a panic attack was, she freaked out.
I completely freaked
out.
out.
I was driving your car.
Yes.
And you was in the passenger.
Yes.
Yeah, of course you're in the passenger seat if I'm driving. But,
And
duh, you so dumb.
And the way you reassured me that you would not allow anything to happen to me.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It was like I felt safe.
I still wanted my meat though too. I still wanted us to go. I think I was more. Here's why I was mad for two reasons. Okay, I was mad. Two square. I was two square mad. Two square pissed off. I was mad, number one, that she was afraid like that, and because whoever this person was, who I still had not met, whoever this person was, had her to this place where she was so fearful of getting out of the car, and going into this meat market for fear that he may be there. Then I was pissed off because I was like, man, look, you done drove me all the way over here, and now I can't even go to this place, and we never went. So I was doubly pissed off for that, and I told her then, I said, never again will this happen. I said I would kill it. I said I would. I said before that happened, I guarantee he'll be canceled out.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
You did.
And I meant that. And this is during the time where, I was like, look, I mean, I think was I at Brinks still? I think I was there.
Yeah, because we weren't married yet.
Yeah, I was still working at Brinks and all that kind of stuff. So I was,
either there or Walgreens.
One of the two. But anyway, I'd have made sure. I'd have made sure.
That was my defining moment. That was one of them. And that was the one that really stuck out in my mind.
Wow.
That I knew you had my back.
Okay. All right. Any other defining moments?
Nope. We're going to go to Chance's story.
Oh, okay. What number is 37? 37 what? 37 even?
Yeah.
All right.
And you just gotta let it ride out.
This is gonna be the last one then?
Yeah, this is the last one.
All right, so y'all, this is the last one supposedly. So I haven't watched it. All I saw was just I think a couple of seconds just to mark it. So let's see what Chance is gonna say now, y'all. Let's see. Here we go.
I use the restroom.
We was already in. We was already riding and dying though.
Yeah, but this right here though, look, man, this is along the lighter note that I know somebody gonna be able to relate to. Yeah. And they gonna find to be a little funny, but they gonna see what I mean. Yeah. Right. I get up and there's blood, right, in my stool. Right. So I'm like, I'm panicking, right? I've been healthy my entire life. JR. What you laughing at, man? So JR know the story already. So I get up, right, and I'm like, oh my God, man. Immediately, man, I think, oh, I'm dying. All right, oh my God, something's wrong. All right, my wife is the closest person to me, right? So I go tell my wife, I'm like, babe, I gotta make a doctor's appointment. Something's wrong. I'm bleeding, right? When I poop, I'm bleeding. And she was like, no, babe, what do you mean? You're so, she, like she usually do. And she's like, it's probably nothing. It's probably nothing, you probably
straining.
You probably,
that's what I'm thinking.
You probably straining too much or whatever. And I'm like, nah, I wasn't straining. It just came out, right? So,
dang. Oof.
I call my doctor immediately, get a doctor's appointment, right? Hey, go to the doctor. And
I'm at work trying to get off. I was like, I'm gonna meet you there.
Hey, yeah. But I'm like, nah, you gotta go with me. Because in my head, I'm thinking the worst. I'm thinking the absolute worst, right? Like, man, this is terrible. And get in the doctor's office, and the doctor is saying, all right, come on, let's go on. And I'm like, nah, we gotta wait for my wife. I'm waiting on my wife, right? Because I'm thinking, if it's gonna be some bad news, you know what I mean? I want my wife to be there. I'm like, nah, I ain't going in there. I'm waiting on my wife, right?
He also didn't want nobody going in his butt without me there.
Yeah. So then Tab shows up, and I'm like, all right. And she said, Tab's like, you want me to be in there? I was like, yeah, I want you to be in there, right? Like, not thinking about it, right? And Tab had told me, she was like, Chance, it's probably a hemorrhoid. And I'm like, I'm too young to have a hemorrhoid. I ain't no hemorrhoids. nah, man, this is the end. I already know. Like, this is it. I'm like, all right, so we go in, and the doctor is kind of like, you sure you want your wife in here? And I'm like, yeah, I want my wife in here, right?
Bruh.
You know? So she was like, okay. All right. Mr. Brown, drop your bottoms. You know, you know how it go, the whole spiel.
Dang.
Lay on his bed.
Get up here, lay on your side, turn to the side. And I'm like, and pull your knees up. So I'm laying up there on the table with my big tail like
Fetal
this.
position.
Right? This lady come.
Lady?
Do the exam, stick her hand back there and say, Mr. Brown, you got a hemorrhoid. You can get on up, get out of it. Now.
Wow.
The ride or die moment was when I could look at my wife and tell she didn't feel no kind of ways different about seeing her husband up here in a fetal position. I didn't see no, it was nothing to make me feel embarrassed.
Yeah.
It was to reassure me. It was nothing to say, man, you was terrified coming in. It was nothing. It was nothing where she looked at me as I was less of a man. We actually was able to laugh at it and really laugh at it together. Like, not like one of those where I have heard other men not be able to have that or feel like they gotta be some Superman to where they can't share with their wife.
Yeah.
A fear, right? So that fear stemmed from, I've had relatives that have passed away from cancer. And those were like the first signs, right? So it stemmed from a real place. Mm-hmm. But I remember that, and I remember how much we laughed. We laughed about getting old. We laughed about my reaction. We laughed together.
Put this medicine on.
And she helped me with the applying of the medicine.
Yeah.
In those kind of moments when you're talking about marriage and defining moments, I think it's important to share it, right?
Yep.
And I don't really care what people are gonna say about it. I think it's true, and you got to be able to see the value in that in marriage.
Right.
And if you too sexy, if you too manly, if you too macho,
too cool for
if
school,
you too
huh?
cool, or if you have an expectation of your spouse that your spouse can't be vulnerable or show signs of weakness, and you're looking for it to be successful, I don't know if you're looking in the right place when you're talking about marriage.
Yeah.
Though that is we were already ride or die then.
We was ride or die, but it was a reminding moment.
That was.
Think about choice. When choice was born.
Yeah.
When.
Yeah. Listen, when I. First of all, I was big when I was pregnant with Choice, right? My nose spread. I was big, but I dropped that weight so fast. Like after I had Choice, because I was also so sick when I was pregnant with her in the beginning, I couldn't keep nothing down, so I was losing weight. But then I did get big. And then, within them 6 weeks, man, I dropped way more than what I was before. I was thinner than before I had Choice. But when I had Quest Brown, when I was pregnant with Quest.
You talking about something completely different. I thought you was talking about. You always say that.
I looked in the mirror and could not find myself. I was like, golly. I'm like, Tam, I know that you in there somewhere. I kept saying, Tam, babe, if you leave me, I understand because I don't even know who I am.
Wow.
I look like Rasputia. Everything in me had changed. Like I was getting moles in the corners of my eyes. My neck was 10 shades darker. My nose was ear to ear. It looked like somebody had set a whole bell pepper on my face. You couldn't even see my teeth. That's how my mouth was swollen. Like I stopped weighing myself. I was like, I don't want to, what was it, like 220, 216? I told the doctor, hey, listen, I don't even want to know. You keep the records, don't even tell me. I was so big, and every day my husband would be like, "You beautiful, babe." I'd be like, "Babe, I know you just telling me that because you love me." Then I kept saying, "Man, you really love me because, boy, I was so grateful to be pregnant, and I love being pregnant." When I tell you, I kept saying, "Man, this is gonna be a beautiful baby when he come out, because he has taken all of my beauty." Okay.
I thought you was gonna talk about when you thought Choice was coming out the wrong hole.
But we did talk about that before. But listen.
And I looked.
I thought when I was in labor
Your
with
mama started
Choice,
laughing.
I did. When I was in labor with Choice, I thought Choice was coming out my butt. I said, hey, listen, you got to get the people in here because she coming out the wrong hole. I know we did all the classes together and stuff. They didn't plan us. She coming out the wrong hole.
Wrong hole.
I could feel her coming out my butt. And I was like, babe, look in my butt and see if she's coming out. And my mama was laughing so hard. Chance spread my butt cheeks and look, he's like, nah, babe, it ain't nothing out there. It ain't nothing coming out.
What?
But I needed that. I
JR,
needed him to tell me because I felt like she was
with
coming
no
out.
hesitation.
Because listen, he might have thought the same because we don't want to record right now.
Listen, if she tell me that's what she thought, that's what she thought. And if she telling me to get the doctors, they better take her serious. Listen, she said it's coming out her butt.
But
I don't know how, but
it's coming. I had back labor, so I didn't know about all that pressure that was going to be back there and down there.
Those are the defining moments.
But it have been some very defining moments that we.
Okay. So, yeah, I would say another defining moment, I believe, was when when you had to go to the hospital because you had the miscarriage. And I had to clean up the house, clean up the room.
Yes, Lord.
I was in a different mindset. 'Cause I am about bloody stuff. So, but when
you definitely was,
you were already gone.
Different.
You were already gone.
I was going to the hospital.
Yep, already gone. Yep.
Because you weren't there.
Nope. I was
You was at the
work.
store.
You
were at the store.
Sorry.
You went to the store. I had ate a slice of pizza that sent me into.
The Johnsons were there too.
The Johnsons had came by to visit. Yes.
Just to visit.
Just to visit me.
Just to visit.
Because they had already known. We'd already found out the night before that I had lost the baby. So.
Yeah.
Because remember, I went to the ER Friday night.
Yeah.
So Saturday morning is when. No, they told me to go home and wait to see my normal doctor.
Yeah.
Well, that didn't happen.
Right.
That did not happen.
Yeah. You left. They said it was going to take you, and so when you left, went to the hospital. Mm-hmm. I came home. Matter of fact, I did it. I wanted to make sure everything was going to be the way it should have been.
Yeah. And
I said, let me just clean up everything, and I did. I mean, it was in my mind right then and there. I was just like, let's get to it. And there was nobody else but me in the house, and don't know how I did it, but I did it. I mean, I did it. And so for me, it was like, hey, look, this is my wife. This is my wife. This is the one that the Lord gave me, and whatever we went through it. And so that was another, for me, that was a defining moment. I said, man, look, we in this together. And so 23 years later, and in some change now, if we are anybody going nowhere, I already told you, if she try to leave, but everything, y'all listen, all this stuff gonna be gone. All this stuff gonna be on. Car gonna be on flats.
Oh,
matter of fact, it's gonna be on bricks. Matter of fact, we ain't hardly got no bricks. It's gonna be on cement because but yeah, so that's by God's grace. We are committed, and and like he said, like I said, we have our moments, but Nala was asking, so y'all don't even argue? Well, no, we disagree on things.
Yeah, we disagree.
But it's just never been, by God's grace, it's never been, those yelling, throwing stuff, and no, we haven't cussing each other out. We haven't had those.
I didn't even grow up like that.
Yeah, never
had.
I mean,
my
those.
mom and dad had mild arguments, but they kept that stuff hush hush.
Well, I can't say that. I've been around. I've seen those things, and so I just made my mind. I didn't want to have a family that would experience that. So and so contrary to what people may think about me, that's not my my attitude.
Right.
Nor can none of our kids say that they've seen us at each other's throats and stuff like that. We just don't. Yeah. God has kept us in that to where we don't have to express ourselves like that.
Right.
And it doesn't make your marriage any less real to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
or
but
make
anyway,
it more real because you do it.
Right, right.
That
So,
doesn't mean that you have a healthy marriage because you argue.
right, right. So we just try to handle the situations, and when we are upset with each other, when those things happen, I'll leave her alone. She leave me alone. I'm not sleeping in another room. She ain't sleeping in another room. We may not touch each other. but it's gonna be some touching later on. That's eventually.
Yeah.
But no. So other than that, I think this is a good good reaction. And again, let us know, y'all, what y'all think about this one. I mean, we try to give you guys our reactions to things, and if there are some videos that you see that you would like for us to react to or give our thoughts to, hey, leave them in the comment section below.
And we do have another one coming up that's not going to be from Tab and Chance. It's going to be from another couple.
Yeah, and this is going to be more serious, I think. And again, so we'll give y'all our reactions to that and let y'all know what we think. But anyway, let us know what you think about this video in the comment section below. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Let us know how we can, best minister and serve the body of Christ as well. But that's the information there. That's how we get this channel and these videos out there. Grassroots effort. So the body life is what we talk about. We believe that it's not just a concept. It is a culture, a way of life for us. So information to support the ministry, you can do that there. We also have it at the bottom of the video as well. We do appreciate that. Thank you all so much. BCV Merchandise. You can also support the ministry through the BCV merchandise and go to the BCV store, and you can support this ministry tangibly as well too. So anyway, that's it for us, ladies and gentlemen. We'll definitely come back again, and we do appreciate it. Love you guys, and until next time, bye.